All right, what's up, guys? Quick sound check. What's up, son? Looks like the number is out, and market's initial reaction here is higher. Let's see where this wants to go. 42.32s here for gold. I kind of like the Russell a little bit more than the other indices here at the moment. I don't think there's an immediate play right at this exact second, but I want to let some of this kind of filter itself out and settle down. But at the moment, it looks to be like Russell wants to try and get up through these 40.90s and maybe make a move. Again, I'm also okay with nothing moving until tomorrow. If we could get a divergence somewhere on the downside, that would be even better. Realistically, that's probably the best case scenario. Like an open above like 864 tomorrow for NASDAQ. That opens the move for like a 500-point rally that day. Tomorrow, meaning. Russell does look the best though. Gold making a bit of a move there now as well. Oh shit, that was loud. S&P is trying to push up through this 68, 67 here now too. That was an alert on, yeah, it was an alert on Russell. Here's those 49.70s now for the Russell. Pretty crazy looking move so far in there. About 20 points. We just traded those 49.70s, 49.80s is the high tick. Dow kind of struggling to push up through these 925s at the moment. You said it's low. Shouldn't be low. Should be good. Yeah, volume should be fine. Check and make sure you don't have it like turned down inside of the YouTube stream itself. It's a nice move in gold there now. I would also be super down for that to get over 42.72s tomorrow. If we get a big gap to the upside tomorrow, that would be kind of the worst thing. If we can just stay relatively neutral, that'd be awesome. Thank you. We'll see where this wants to close out. At the moment, though, we did, I mean, at least just pop up and have some sort of reaction. It's not like we've really pushed too far away. And they brought me some tacos. The Russell looks like it could be the mover, though. That 25.66 is still up there that hasn't been tested yet. Dow sitting right on his 925s. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if this is the one move, and then two takes us back down through these lows in something. Whether that's S&Ps, NASDAQ, Dow. Probably more than likely the NASDAQ, I think. I can tell you one thing, I'm not eating tacos on stream, though. There's an argument for an S&P long here and the Dow off 925s. It's better if we can get that divergence, though. A little bit of a pullback now here. 65 quarters S&Ps. We're also trying to hold here initially off that 49.70s there. You could try a small bit of Russell long. S&Ps are trying to hold these 68, 67s. Dow's trying to come back up through those 925s. There's about 15 points here up into 2566s. There's about 1,000 points worth of room to new highs for the Dow, right? No, I'm tripping. 48,528. There's about 600 points worth of room. A little bit of cheesy rice. Yeah, I don't think the Dow, excuse me, I don't think the Russell's a bad move. You play with the IWM. If we don't hold here and break out though, then obviously we could probably pull back to 2540s. I still think it probably makes sense that something gets new lows. Most likely NASDAQ. I don't know that I would necessarily want to do it, but if you did subscribe to that same idea, then a NASDAQ short. But again, I don't know that that's necessarily the best option either. Bonds kind of ticked up there to that 115.23s and then getting rejected so far. Russell looks good here though. If we hold, that's the one. S&P sitting right on 68, 67s. We might not move anymore until Powell starts speaking here at 2:30. Russell looks good for a hold here, and NASDAQ kind of looks good for a, I don't want to take it, but it looks good for a short down into a new low a day. Can we just drop rates to like 1 or 2% and just get it over with for a while? And then we don't have any FOMC events for a bit? Just like commit to that for like a year or something? I'm pretty sure everybody would be okay with that. NASDAQ starting to get that drop. Gold back down to 42.34s. Like I said, that was a tough idea of a short up there for NASDAQ, but certainly starting to work out. I would be fearful of the snapback rally though if I was short NASDAQ. What you guys got? NASDAQ coming back down, almost at opening print. So essentially, we were just a little bit lower than this when the news announcement came out. 30, 40 points beneath opening print there. I don't know about you guys, but I saw at 159 the Poly Market had tweeted it out that they were keeping it, or they were dropping it 0.25%. We didn't move for another minute though. Hold on one second. I mean, I'm okay with it either way. Whether we rally or not, it doesn't really make a difference at the moment to me. I'm cool with either. Hold on, give me 1 second. I gotta find something. Yo, I walk away for a second. Gold came down, retested 42.20s there, and then ripping. Russell came down, retested that 40.90s there, traded 40.60s, now ripping. So it doesn't look like we're getting new lows anywhere here at this point. Looks like Russell's running for that 25.66 50s up there. It's going to be almost impossible to try and get an entry here, I think, at this point, though. I mean, I personally have liked futures more lately than individual names. And we came right back down. Hold on, let me walk away for 1 more second and see what happens. I wouldn't be surprised if NASDAQ does it. Like I said, I think one or two of them might. This is getting like super, super choppy though. Again, I'm also kind of the belief that the move ends up being tomorrow for the most part. I mean, that's my initial thinking here, is that whatever move this ends up being is that we really don't see it until tomorrow. NASDAQ coming back down towards the opening print there. I don't know. We'll give this another like 20 minutes or so, see what it wants to do. But I'm not like, I mean, again, trading FOMC is not normally my thing. Outside of a quick 25-point pop in the Russell there and straight back down, it's like, yeah, what do we really do with this? NASDAQ pushed through opening print and right back above it now. Little bottoming tail there. It took out that prior little swing low, and S&P's Dow did not here. This shit is all over the place. Like legitimately, how are you supposed to trade this? We've got levels in place here for the Dow at 925s. And I mean, we're ripping, 80 points beneath that, 90 points beneath that, ripping 100 plus points above it. Same thing here in the S&Ps, right? 68, 67 is the level. We're just on either side of that by, I mean, shit, 10 or 15 points. So, I mean, again, legitimately, how or what would you be doing here? Outside of just sitting here watching. Russell did just trade those 4090s again. That low is 4060s. Looks like we traded 4060s again. We don't want to die yet. That's the only thing. Market's getting a little bit more volatility right there. Internals are kind of nuts though. We did have ticks like plus 1200 and minus 1000. If we don't push up and get these highs before end of day, it might be one of those overnight moves that we got to look out for and just see if we can't find an entry for potentially the gap up tomorrow. I could see that certainly being a thing here. I mean, S&P is on a gap to 6,900, which isn't that far away, would essentially open the door for 69.44s and then probably new all-time highs to kind of round out the week. Rallying. Okay, that doesn't fucking work. S&P's new highs, NASDAQ new highs, Dow new highs, Russell, I just poked them out and got new highs there, 65.50s. It's pretty crazy. We got 200 points worth of swing so far in the NASDAQ. Has anybody done anything with this? We're back at 48,115s here for the Dow. $66.50s hit there for the Russell. I would prefer if S&Ps did not get 68.99s today. That would be the better option if we could pull back now. So we're at 61.35s here. I don't know. I mean, I'm not doing anything with these here, with the indices here. 256. I'm going to give it another couple minutes, just kind of see where we go. But at the moment, it's kind of, again, it's holding true to that idea that tomorrow we can see that nice move to the upside. As long as we don't gap too far, or we don't finish out like running too far today, then I think we'll be good to go. We've got Russell being kind of the leader of the pack here so far. It's up 1.48% on the day. And it's getting a new high push over those highs from a couple months back, or not even a couple months, couple weeks back even. We have not seen that here out of the S&Ps, which would be 69.52s. And NASDAQ would be 379.75s. So there's a lot of room here still yet for the NASDAQ to make a move. We can see what the QQQ is doing. Where would that take us? That would take us to 636s and a little above maybe. So tomorrow, 633s are like $1. That's a triple if we get there. 635s are 57 cents. It's a double. If we go out to the end of the week here, 635s, those are like $1.20. It kind of looks like it. It kind of looks like it. I mean, I'm gonna be much more interested tomorrow here, up over 864 to 25,900s for NASDAQ. Which again, I'm kind of hoping that we don't touch that today, even though, I mean, again, we're only 40 points away. S&Ps are 4 points away from trading their level. I would prefer if we didn't do that, but again, it doesn't seem like that's going to be the case here. It looks like we're we're interested in getting there. Again, FOMC typically not my thing to trade, but the follow-up moves here should be pretty decent. I know, I'm hoping not. I'm hoping not. Mm-hmm. 68.99.75 is traded to the tick there now, getting a little reaction back off of it. If this ends up being high a day, this would be perfect. If we can just kind of base out here, maybe pull back a little bit, doesn't really matter, and let this stand to be the high for the day. Maybe NASDAQ pokes up one more time to try and get 864s. That would be ideal. We don't really have anything to work with in silver, unfortunately. Dow's making a nice push though now. S&P is pushing up through 68.99 is there. Hey. Not really what I wanted to see. All right. That being highs would be awesome. With that being said, though, it's 3:07. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up, I think, for the day. Like I said, we got some family in town and all that. So I am going to look to go do some of that. But I did want to drop you guys a couple links. Apex got a fat 90% off sale going right now. So code MLT, you obviously already know. And then I think today is the last day for Tradeify's select plan and all that. So I will drop that link as well. Code MLT. Appreciate you guys' support on that as always. It ain't much, but it's something. Maybe 2026. You see it grow. Sit here on the phone with pal. I wish. I don't even, like, what would you say on a phone call with pal? What would you tell him? Just go ahead and drop rates to 2 or 3% and call it good and just be done with it for a while? Like, what's the harm in that, I guess, is the question. Russell still continuing to move. That's the question you would ask, pal. Fair enough. Fair enough, I guess. Yeah, gold had a nice move. Gold did the 1, 2, 3 like I was kind of expecting the markets to do. Had we done that, I think it would have been a whole lot different, right? If we'd come down and gotten those new lows, created the divergence, done something. Gold, on the other hand, did, right? Like we get the announcement, you know, we set these lows down here, 42.15s and change, rally, and then come all the way back down and make those new lows. So I think gold did a better pattern, so to speak, of what it is we were kind of looking for there. Unfortunately, the overall markets did not in terms of indices here. So I'm kind of watching to see how we react off this 864s, but it isn't going to matter. We're going to do whatever it is we're going to do, and then we'll get to figure out how and what we can do with it from tomorrow going forward. So anyways, I'm gonna run. We'll be back live tomorrow. So I'm gonna stream tomorrow morning here back on YouTube again, and just kind of finish out the week. Hopefully, fingers crossed, this does not run away on us, and we can actually get something worth doing. Would be the most ideal thing, I think, for tomorrow. So NASDAQ here pushing right up into those 864s now. 25 864s. Super unfortunate there, but nonetheless, it is what it is. Total range on the day, 333 points for the NASDAQ. Pretty impressive range. Russell's going to be looking like a 55-point range on the day. FOMC doing FOMC things, though. So, anyways, that's what I got. Kind of an uneventful FOMC stream. I thought maybe we were going to get a little bit more and kind of follow the normal, like 1, 2, 3. And if that was the case and we had a divergence, then there would have been something to do. But nonetheless, it is what it is. Gold's going to be a top watch for tomorrow, as well as the indices here. I think we've got, like I said, some pretty decent room to move, specifically in S&Ps and NASDAQ. Russell's going to be essentially at all-time highs here from a futures perspective, so there's really nothing above to work with. So I am open to the idea of maybe 26,298s for NASDAQ tomorrow, which gives us plenty of room to work with. So would be more than okay with that being on the table there. So anyways, that's what I got. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. As always, if you need me, feel free to hit me up in Discord, Instagram DMs, whatever the case is. But I will see you guys then. And hopefully this finally puts an end to the action that we've seen the first half of this week and kind of last week as well. So anyways, appreciate you guys as always, and I'll see you tomorrow.